afternoon. How's everyone been doing? Alright. So we kicked things off yesterday. Not yesterday, but last week with we kicked off last week with Reform 3 and yeah. Anyways, so last week, what happened last week? Basically, particularly Micah was reunited with her guns, at least for testing out the guns to make sure that the guns were like working, and they were as good as new for her. Heard the game audio fine per chance? I need to turn up the sound a little bit. Turn it up a little bit. So yeah, we're basically at the point where we're now like having her be introduced to like everyone now. So let's go ahead and continue on from here. I used to think you were totally fearless. I guess there are some things you do struggle with. I guess. I'm not fond of cats. You've ever ridden my hand got crash twice, right? Think I was rolling? Oh yeah, I remember. Your right hand buffed up like a rubber glove. You were down with a fever for days. We didn't have the money for hospital treatment back then. And anyway, I used to think that just about anything would heal on its own after a few days. But that caffeine must really have got into my system. I thought I was going to die. You gotta watch out for cats. They're super toxic. And this is coming from a fiber of caffeine poisoning. You know, they're nasty creatures. But clocks aren't toxic. They're nothing to be that afraid of. Using a clock seems to, I don't know, mess you up inside. In that sense, they really are like a kind of poison. Oh, and cons serve the same purpose. They're just tools, even if they vary slightly. I can't imagine they're much separating any two models. 1911 clocks are about as different as T61s and Mustangs, though. Brothos. In sniper terms, it's just as rare as swapping in actually D3A for a Cyril, you know? Sorry. This ain't ringing any bells. It's like they belong to different ranks. No different classes? It's the same as comparing a fighter plane to a multi-role aircraft. In sumo terms, it's like comparing a Muscuta Muscuta to a Yokisama, this one, or a motorbike term, a super sport and a dual sport. Yeah, that's true. I don't think she cares. You giving up on my analog? Huh? Seems like it, based on that look you're giving me. Hmm? What kind of look am I giving you? It's like nothing's getting through. Like we're, you know, some tired lesbian couple, and you're just humoring me now. Like we are some tired lesbian couple. You're telling me that they weren't lesbian couples on the get-go? Okay. What's that? You got totally the wrong idea. Here you talk about bikes just reminded me of my Busa. That's all. I haven't come for a single ride since you smashed into me. And that was days ago. Being rusty. Sorry, Maki. It was out of our hands, sis. That's just how things are in the build. It's getting repaired alongside my 9R at the moment. But from what the dealer said, the frame's completely bent out of shape. If we're not lucky, it might end up on a scrapyard. On a scrap heap. Sorry. I have done the same if our situation were reversed. That's the kind of fight it was. No need to apologize this. Hey, morning YouTube. It's almost time for your first hour of lesson. The both of you should hurry to your classroom. Master, what's going on with mine and Maki's bike? I left them with our usual guy over in Sagamera. Think they'll get it fixed? The seat rail on your 9R dented, as well as the step brackets and the handles. The ferry's broken too, but that's all. That'll be fine. The only problem is that the seat rail is part of the frame. In the moment that gets bent, the bike say total write off. Not like that. Not like that matters though. He'll keep riding that thing till they'll completely fall apart. My boots. Apparently the frame got badly bent when the bike skidded off the road. Seems like it's beyond repair. So it's for the scrap heap, I'm afraid. Dealers, the dealer said that the reason is to get it all the way into the roadside ditch just because it had frame sliders fitted to it for show. Those things are meant for sliding the bike off the track on race circuits with proper race-off areas. They're not really supposed to be used on the road. Those manufacturers know what they're doing. All the necessary components are built in from the start. And most bikers are designed so that in a crash, only the least important parts are in danger of breaking. When the really crucial parts break, it's because the owner has ignored all that and added loads of accessories. At least that's what the bike dealer said. I bought the Pusa so that I could be by his side in a flash and called me. Where are we? So that Pusa's finally allowed to die now. That fulfill his role, huh? No use crying about it. The more we treasure our possessions, the more fragile they are. Everything's transient. That's just how the world is. When stuff breaks, what's really important is how you remember it, and how you carry on in life. Whoa! You can get blue philosophical at times, huh? That's thanks to my master. Words of wisdom. Sounds like the sort of thing some ancient Spartan warrior might say while heading into battle. You making fun of the Russian mob? Nope. When something of yours breaks, the what and the how of it doesn't matter. As long as you're alive, you can always find a replacement. It might be tough to deal with, but that's life. It's no good if you survive only to spend your days wallowing. Honestly, I think the Russians has a strong grasp of what's really important. When I told him that I was going to buy a motorbike, Asher said, "The bike can always teach you important lessons, but I'm not going to tell you to buy one. I'd have one hell of a guilty conscience if you were to die in a crash. But I don't want you becoming some close-minded bigot who will decide the worth of something before trying. Nor do I want you loafing around making an excuse for not going through with it. If that's how it's going to be, go ahead and buy one." I get it. What you need in life is a master who will explain this thing to you. So I'm not promising anything on that front. I can't take his place. Save it. I said don't want you to. I've never liked you. Ever. A peach? Not as much. But you do need a replacement for your bike. What are you going to do? I haven't decided if I'll buy a new one yet. Will you get another Pusa? I thought the GSR 750 might be nice. but they're a little on the small side. I'm sure a GSXS would be quite right for me either. So I'm wondering about maybe an old air-cooled GS 1000 instead. Does it have to be a Suzuki? Not necessarily. But that's kind of like the human touch you get with Suzuki. Like, yeah, imagine the faces of people who made how that know what I mean? I'm out of cash. Maybe I should do what Master suggested and Honda watch he gave me. Hang on. If it's an old Suzuki you want, there might be one laying around. Oh, I remember. Tell me about that back in the day. Told me about that back in the day. When I said I wanted a bike on my own. It's just sitting in the parking garage of some condo in Grisaia, right? Oh yeah, that. There should be an old Suzuki up there that used to belong to a crisis agent. But isn't the engine busted? That particular one's already a registered crisis vehicle, so we wouldn't have to bother with all the paperwork. I guess it comes down to which works out cheaper, buying a second-hand bike of unknown origin, or by a low price, or picking up one that you know has a decent, has been decently maintained. What model is it? What was it again? Do you remember, Rena? I heard it was a GSX R11 1100. Oh, sweet. I've been wanting to take one of those first. I'll make arrangements if you wanted. It only going to be in the trash otherwise. This is taking up space. But is the engine busted? Couldn't it end up costing it a bunch of money if the bike needs fixing? Can we just get an estimate drawn up and decide what to do then? In that case, I'll have a word with the dealer and ask for a quote on repairs and recovery. Don't mind? Your bike only got smashed thanks to Rena's recklessness. You can let me do this much at least. Okay then. Got it. Will we take it to the user place? Yep, repairs have finished on your 9R. So why don't you bring Maki along to the dealership and show her around? Great, got it. Look, the bell's wrong. Hurry off to class now, or you'll have Miss Jessica railing about your attitude problem again. What about you, Master? Aren't you coming with us? I have some paperwork to get done. I'll be around in the afternoon. Come on, hurry up. Come on, hurry along. See you later. Yeah. Oh, hurry up. What is it? You know... Never mind. I'll see you next time. Oh? What? Lucky. You're about to thank Master for your guns just now, weren't you? Huh? Of course not. You counting on him to get your bike sorted out too. You should be straight with him now, while you can. It'll be mega awkward if you leave it for late. leave it any later. I don't really care. Besides, it'd be creepy for a girl like me to suddenly start acting all vulnerable, right? Not true. Anyway, you won't be able to die happy if you're left with any regrets. Got a point. It's a thought that sometimes comes to my It's a thought that sometimes comes to me when I'm doing paperwork. People are like pencils. They become blunt in no time at all. If you don't work, you keep them shape sharp. Ah, eyes. Especially if you're a handler. Your body grows dull when you're stuck with stuff in the papers. While some of us have an innate distaste for desk work, there are those who are quite happy pocketing a higher age than the field investigators putting their life on the line simply for sitting on their asses, polishing their plush office chairs. I say that I'm the type who needs to be out in the field. I don't feel like I have the right to meddle in the affairs of the field agent if I wasn't right there with them. But I'm also aware that too much time spent in the field can make it tough to deliver the poor order that are optimistic. Well, that report's not going to be right itself. I was just about to get back to it, actually. Can't even be bothered to come up with the proper excuse. Get writing. These papers are way past the deadline. I'm doing them now, aren't I? Hi. I'm the kind of guy who draws a blank whenever he's being watched. So it'll actually be done quicker if you leave me alone. You can quite you can quit acting like some prestige artist too. Other handlers manage this amount of work. If there's a good reason why you can't, I like to hear it. I get someone else for the role. That'd probably be the quickest way of getting this stuff done. If there's a good reason why I have to be the girl's handler, I'd like to hear it. What do you think would happen if you quit? That's not for you to worry about. As if anyone worries over you. I'm really not in the mood to argue. Then get to writing. I won't say another word if you finish up the work you're meant to be doing. At least give me an incentive. If you're angling for money, you should be speaking to the principal. No, not that. I was thinking of something more physical. You want to play around a bit? You played with me a lot when I was a kid, didn't you? I'll stay with you for the rest of the morning if you can get this done next half hour. Really? That's if you finish. I'm actually done already. There we go. You. Although blowing through work, just as your toad, you can earn your la 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 la. As your toad can earn your praise, it'll also land you with a heavier workload the next time. Or if you manage to get through that, if you manage to get through that, they'll just send even more your way. Before you know it, you're buried under the weight of all of it. Part of being a dog is learning to read your boss and manage your own workload before reaching that point. Good. That's it. The middle kick is the foundation of the art. The more you land, the stronger you get. Throw more of your weight into it. Imagine thrusting your hips forward. Yeah. That's it. You're doing a good job keeping up your strength. You're doing a good job keeping your strength up. You're landing plenty of clean hits now. I made sure to keep up with my morning runs, even if I've forgotten to stand up here. My body still remembers them. Not to mention, even now to train with the meanest feet in all of Chris. No one called me that for years. I only got the nickname because I've always resorted to kicking my way out of trouble. I wasn't good at anything else. But how many people's arms and legs have been broken by those feet up here? Kicking's your specialty. And if you want to learn those things, you're best off going to an expert. Just like you're not going to get an authentic dessert at a sushi restaurant. You have a point. Try chasing Arena next time. I think she'd be good at this with her long legs. That'd be fine by me. But if Fernando loses all motivation when you're not around. I actually have higher hopes for Inarara. That one's more suited to kicking than punching. What do you think's that? She has long legs. Or more than that, Inarara's something of an introvert. Whatever you may think at first glance. Yeah, that's true. She looks totally different to Toka. But their personalities are kind of similar, I guess. Introverts have a hard time dealing with other people, so they can often become standoffish, as a way of keeping others at a distance. I hate it when people pry into their personal matters, and they don't like intruding on other privacy either. They don't want to understand other people, and no one is able to understand them, or they don't want to be understood. Right? Same as you, Min-chan. Hey! Not even you're calling me Min-chan? You were so unsociable as a student that everyone saw you as some inscrutable Jedi Knight, right? So they called you the Nokami Skywalker, and then that became Nokamin, and then it was just Min-chan, short. You and Senpai are about the only people who still remember that name. seem to think there was no point in talking to others because they wouldn't understand you anyway. Just keep it quiet. Saying that, I wonder if you made any effort to be understood in the first place. What's this? Are you lecturing me? If you're so despairing of humanity you want to kill yourself, maybe you should try channeling that energy into something along with people instead. Getting along with people instead. I did try. But some things can't be conveyed through words alone. You really can trust the short who insists that you just need to preserve with these things. So start by addressing why you're unable to get your intent across. If you can't manage that straight, if you can't manage that straight off, start by thinking about how you'll ultimately get to the point of being able to address it. The only way to achieve an ambitious goal is to break it down into bite-sized chunks. Tackle them one at a time. Giving up out of frustration and begging for sympathy is nothing short of stern ecosystem. Preparation says means working on each bite-sized problem in turn. There's nothing too difficult about it. You hear people say, you make it sound easy. They just dismiss any advice out of hand. Their heads are so filled with grand ideals that they're entirely blind to the little things. Don't you think? People call that inexperience. But when you're young, it's natural that you should lack experience. It's natural to worry about every last little thing. And when you're older, you're more than able to sympathize with that sentiment, right? Yeah. Let's live it here for today. My arms are growing numb. Thank you, really. Oh, I'm famished. I woke up at 500 hours from my run. The service for practice around 6:30. And then at 7:30, I went back to the dorm and had a shower. First suggested I have breakfast at 8. Ugh. Why am I yawning? But I turn her down. Since food makes me sleepy. After that, I shut myself in my health vest to get my work done. Mostly, I was drawing up documents to help get Maki's mission towards approval. We're working on my kicking technique with that witch on top of everything else. It makes sense. I'd be starving. So we're only 12:30, huh? Wonder what I should have for lunch. What? Ow. Oh, damn it. Took that. Sorry, my mind was somewhere else. Whatever, just don't move. What, you want me to hug you for a minute? Not that. Ow, my hair got tangled. Don't pull on it. hair. Ah. We're acting so humorless. I can't see for myself. You'll have to sort it out for me. How do you manage to get it so tangled just by bumping into me? It doesn't look like it's gonna be that easy to get out either. I just told you not to pull on it, you idiot, jackass. Ungulated? Nope. Not a jackass. Nor do I have hooves. See? I know, you goddamn marslip. Well, I do have a poacher of sort. More of a sack? I am a dude after all. Stop fooling around and get my hair out already. No, like I thought. This isn't going to work. Nothing to do but cut it off. Hell no. What do you think you're cutting? Stop. Relax. Just nipping the button off my jacket. How the hell did this happen? Jeez. Oops. You didn't. What do you got? Just a button. But it's just stuck in your hair. You'll have to untie it first. Oh. But you can't do that without removing the button. This is a real chicken and egg situation. Can you just cut off my hair tie? Not by hand. You have a pair of scissors, Toka? Just neck clippers. What are you carrying those around for? Never mind. Just do it. I don't want to be seen like this. Okay. It's done. Get away from me then. Oh dear. It lost its tail. That's my hair. Is it okay? I only got off your hair tie. Cut the button out too. Jeez, be careful, damn it. Sorry. Anyway, Toka, what are you doing here at this hour? Do you have classes? Did you forget? I told you I was going to take the morning off, didn't I? So you did. What are you doing? I got my errands done, and then spent the morning with Miss Nakami. I'm completely famished now. I was just spacing out. Think about lunch. And that's why you crashed into me? Watch where you're going. Well, people don't usually look up rather than... No, people usually... Well, people usually look up rather than down when they're in deep thought. What the hell? Are you saying I'm such a short ass that you didn't even see me? You should saw her from a distance either way. I see where Shiz is going. I'd have noticed you if you were Rena or monkey size. But I'm sure you'll get angry if I say that. You're saying now! Take that! Ow! Anyway, let's look where you're going next time. Ah, Toka, wait. What? Doesn't book your hair tie. You use this instead. What's this? It's one I used earlier. You can have it if you want. Huh? I got plenty of hair ties back in the dorm. But your balance would be off if you just leave it, right? Here, take it. Yeah. Stop. I can do it myself. You don't need... I don't need it anyway. Come on, just hold it still. There, done. What was all that about? Hmm? Now you can walk straight, right? They're pintails, not feathers. I can still walk straight if my hair's lopsided. But want to throw off your balance when you're sniping? They're not stabilizers either. Oh, it's a lunch bell. You'd better hurry to the classroom, or else Rena might be able to couple up your share. I know. I left early. I bumped into you. I said sorry, didn't I? I'll be more careful next time. Alright, an ad is coming up, so let's go ahead and take a quick break and then we'll continue on. There. So, BRB. about that. I actually fell asleep. Maybe only closed my eyes for like 5 minutes and I actually fell asleep. Oops. Ugh. I guess I was more tired than I thought I was. Alright. Alright. Jeez. What gives? The guy can charge bullets, but he can't get out of someone's way when he's walking down the hall. And what's with his hair tie? It doesn't even match. He's got no fashion sense at all. If he's so bothered about my hair being let's remove the other tie. It's a bit dopey when it comes in. Ah, Toka! Hey, do you know? Half beaks are a type of fish. Do you know that? Huh? That's kind of random. You often see it on the menu in sushis and chocolate restaurants, right? I used to think, wow, Japanese people sure eat some amazing stuff. It turns out I had it all wrong. So what do you think a half-baked was? I don't know exactly. But like a Jamila or giraffe or griffin? I don't know why I picture something so exotic. What the hell? You probably thought that because half-beak implies a creature that's part bird, like a hippogriff. Oh, there's those mythical half-eagle, half-horse creatures, right? I saw one in a book once. Yeah, I was thinking that the front half would be used in fried dishes, and the right half would be served raw. The rice. You imagine some pretty gross stuff. Well, I thought Japanese people ate everything. They eat elephants, after all. Elephants? The hell? I'll tell you about it at New Year's. But never mind that. What happened to your hair, Toka? Oh yeah, the hair dye are different on each side. Are you trying to start a new trend? I was half asleep when I did my hair. I must have used the wrong tie by accident, that's all. So you're going for the clip? Not quite, Rina-san. Take a look at Toka-san's super fresh long sleeve. She's obviously trying out some ultra retro mode look. I'm not going for any kind of look. And there's no reason my sleeves are so long. There is? Let's hear it then. If I'm armed with an AK or a Type 89, they act as trigger guard when I'm shifting the fire selector on the right side of the gun. Couldn't you just use gloves? I prefer pulling the trigger with my bare hands. You don't have to get so mad. In any case, there's no story behind this hair tie, but let's drop it already. like we made her angry. Oka, why don't we have lunch together to cheer you up? Why'd you gotta lie about that just now? Could have told them the truth. You know what? I think I'm going to just hit there. I'm like super tired. I might jump back on later tonight or even tomorrow. I have a feeling I'm gonna fall back asleep anytime soon. Ugh. You know what? Just alright. Have a good night, everyone. I'm probably gonna